pretty annoyed by a few things with this.
G'day guys, and welcome back to another episode. We are here in Burra today, which is one of Australia's earliest, largest and most well-preserved 19th century mining towns. Burra is about 160 kilometres northeast of Adelaide. Now we've headed into the visitor centre to get ourselves a Burra Heritage Passport, which is the key to unlocking Burra's history. Now the Heritage Passport was established in 1979, I believe, and we've been told that it is one of the longest continually running heritage experiences of its kind in Australia. Whew. That is a niche category if I've ever heard one. So you head into the visitor centre to get your passport key. This key is going to unlock 11 National Heritage listed sites around Burra. Now it is $35 per person, which I don't know, maybe seems a little bit steep, but only time will tell. We'll let you know at the end our thoughts. So for both of us, it was $70. And then additional to that, you've got to leave a $50 deposit for the key, which is of course refundable when you return it. So we're gonna take you along for our heritage experience. Let's go.
So we're here at some cottages near Paxton Square. We're gonna have a look inside.
So we're in one of the Paxton Square cottages. This cottage is referred to as the Mallowan Lowworth cottage. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. The Paxton Square cottages were built between 1849 and 1852, I think. Yeah, and they were built for the mine workers here. And at one point, all the cottages housed a total of 160 people, including the miners and their families. This particular cottage, whilst it is the original cottage, has obviously been furnished.
These glass walls would have been quite annoying back in the day.
Really hot today, like what is it, 36, 37 degrees. It is super hot out there, but it's actually quite cool in here, isn't it? Isn't it? There's no air conditioning.
Thick wall.
So obviously these thick walls.
See what's next?
Unicorn Brewery. So we've just entered the Unicorn Brewery and Michelle said, I don't see any eggs in the little chicken coops around here. And I said, I can't see any chickens either. So take note of them. Don't know what's in them, but let's go through the door and see if we can find out what they are. This cellar serviced about a dozen pubs in the town back in the day. They knocked it down, they needed the stones for other things, so they've rebuilt a little bit of it, and let's head downstairs and see what we can see.
Is this rebuilt?
I reckon it is. I don't reckon it's original.
Old access. Yeah, so the whole brewery was built in 1873, closed in 1902, and then was demolished for the stone in 1911. Oh, it's so nice and cool down here. No wonder they used it as a cellar.
I wonder where that ladder goes.
I reckon that would have been the original ladder. I reckon this is actually the original.
It's where one of them chicken coops comes out. Air
What's
vent
the point of
outside.
that?
So it doesn't get damp and rank and mouldy down here.
Let's just stay down here for the rest of the historic tour. It's nice and cool. Creepy.
Welcome to Unicorn Brewery. I'm John Jarrett.
I was wondering why it was so creepy down here.
Is that how he laughed?
It's a bit of a labyrinth down here, isn't it?
That's where he was standing in that wall.
Gosh, it is a bit of a labyrinth.
So down here, we're in the cellar, the deepest part under the Unicorn Cellars, and you may recognise it, and you may be thinking, gee, there is a movie that I've seen, and yes, you're correct, Wolf Creek, John Garrett tortures his victims in Wolf Creek 2 in this area.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are cold.
Is it John Jarrett or John Garrett?
John Jack. Anyway, one of the two. Google will help you if you're wondering.
We're having such a good time, singing and drinking and carrying on. Time your kangaroo down, sport. Time your kangaroo down.
Oh, it's hot again here.
Exit door right there. It would have been good if I could put a barrel or two in here. Show us what it looked like. I don't know, because obviously there's a gutter here, they caught all the drips and dregs.
So we just exited here and we went in over there. So all underneath here is a labyrinth of cellar.
Also, under the two sides, each side of the this empty block is part of it as well. Who would have known?
Doesn't matter where we go, Ben cannot log off to save himself. What's the issue here?
No, I was just checking out the new pump track. There's a brand new skate park over there. Fantastic, but holy moly, you come off your BMX, you land on these bad boys, all sorts of trouble. I wouldn't have put that.
Well, some of them have stoppers and some of them don't.
Yeah, that'll stop it going right through your belly.
Risk assessment, righto Ben. Come on.
Poor choice.
You're not on the clock now.
Poor choice. I found the miners' dugout, an 1850s jobby.
Due to the rapid development of the Burra mine here, it left a serious housing shortage. So by 1851, about 1,800 people of a total population of about 4,400 were living in about 600 dugouts here along the Burra Creek and its tributaries. Now, obviously, not the most sanitary conditions to be living in, which led to an outbreak of a bunch of diseases, for instance, smallpox and typhoid fever. And in that year of 1851, over 150 deaths were recorded, most of them young children, due to that, the living conditions. And in June of 1851, there was a massive flood that drove a lot of people out. And by 1860, the whole place was essentially abandoned.
Wow, the old timber roof. No snakes in here. Well, that's terrifying.
What is it?
Big black darkness. Mm-hmm. Your cooking quarters.
Hey?
Someone's cooking something on the stove.
Why do they insist on putting creepy mannequins
I
and things like
don't
this?
know.
It's bloody terrifying.
It is. Pretty serious entrance structures they have. Pretty cool, aren't they?
I can't even imagine how hot it would be.
Cold. It'll be very cool in there.
Oh, wouldn't be that
Very
cool.
cool. Very cool.
Redruth Gaol, which was erected in 1856.
Now I am the warden. Come on through.
So this jail was erected at a cost of £3,200 back in 1856, which I think in today's money would be over $500,000. And it was the first jail in South Australia to be erected outside of Adelaide.
Wow, no, Guinness Book of Records here too. We're just finding them all. So, we visited a jail. Where did we visit that other jail on our tour?
Oh, where was that? Albany.
Oh yeah, we went to the Albany jail and they used the same barbed wire technique, the old smashed beer bottle trick on top of the wall. I don't know if you could see that, I don't know if you could zoom in enough with the GoPro, but look at all the beer bottles. Nothing important over that wall because they haven't got the beer bottles across there, but this front one, gee whiz. Some stubbies we consume building this place. That's the toilet. I would say yes. Bunny in the courtyard. The old thunderbox.
Lovely. I don't have any facts about that.
Good.
Now the jail housed the jail keeper and the turnkey. I actually don't know the difference between those two roles. And 30 prisoners. I believe both men and women.
I'm just going to try my key in here. Same key, different, same system, different key. This room is where the hangings took place. I'm joking, it doesn't. Doing our usual look around, and Michelle finds yet another mannequin. I don't think they serve any purpose being here.
So the jail was closed in 1894 when all the prisoners were transferred to the Gladstone jail. Now, I don't know, the lady at the visitor centre was super excited about the fact that this jail was a film location for a movie back in the 80s called Breaker Morant, which we'd never heard of.
We were too young for that one.
So yeah, comment below if you know if you recognise anything from that movie and you're familiar with the movie. But they also hold functions of all things here now, so you can rent out this space for your next function.
Regular sized people were at this venue. The lock isn't the regular height. Sorry, we're at the lock-up and stables.
The police lock-up and stables. I so expected there to be like a fake.
Oh, I'm waiting for a horse to be around here somewhere. What are these called?
Stables.
Hobbles.
So lock-up cells and stables were erected at the rear of the first police station in 1847.
It was the worst Christmas Eve I'd ever spent on. There was trouble brewing with this mob of sailors that had arrived in the borough a few weeks earlier. Deserters, I reckon.
I wonder if we can open these ones.
There better not be a mannequin in here. I swear to God. No, thank God. Oh, it's nice and cool though. It smells like a swimming pool. Do you reckon it smells like the change room of a swimming pool?
Already. Must have cleaned up a murder in here. So you might think this is just a yard they built for whatever reason, but no, you are wrong. This is where the original cop shop was. So, kitchen, offices, bunks and things like that, all around here. Not sure how the walls were pitched in on this. The roof was pitched in on these walls though. But
and then obviously this is the rear where the cells are, and then through that door and to the left is the stable. So I think these are the new stables that were built in 1873. And then the original stables are through here, and they were built in 1847, but then they were converted to a forage store. Forage store? Forage store.
Forage.
Forage.
This looks a lot like a forage store if you ask me. There's a lot of annoying, Michelle.
Let's go down to film the outside of the police.
That young baker lad from round here.
Stop pressing the buttons.
You're
so frustrated.
I push everybody's buttons.
Oh, you sure do.
I've no idea where we are, but I'm unlocking the gate because it's got the sign.
Even though I'm inside the
What?
property?
What?
I'm outside the
How
property.
does that work?
Alright.
So this building contained a Cornish engine, beam engine, which worked the pumps in the shaft that are about 150 metres deep to get the water out of the mine, because the mine just kept filling up with water because it was below the water table. So that's one of the engines. The other engine house over here pulled the cables from Hector's shaft, which is up on the hill over there, pulled the cable up so they could lift things up and down. So Hector's shaft in that fenced off area way up on the hill. So yeah, the big cable went over there, went down, and the big motor below lifted up and down, up and down, up and down. Another key. Let's see what this does.
Holy moly.
That shaft, Morfett's shaft, goes down 150 metres into the ground. This is where the big beam pump sucked the water up and out of. And through, there's a tunnel over that way somewhere to push the water sideways out of here. Massive big beam from the pump, the top part of the pump, sat on this, the stone just below this timber, and pivoted backwards and forwards. The big piston over here pushed it up or whatever, and that's how it went up and down and kept drawing water up. You must have been able to walk out on that ledge there and look at what, maintain it, I suppose.
Just reading the story of a fatal accident here at the mine. Not too sure of the year, maybe, oh here we go, 1876. But I won't go into the details, but I did like that they held an inquest into the death, and the jury found that it was an accidental death, and just no one was to blame, but just hope more care would be taken in the future, guys. It's a different time, wasn't it? A very different time.
Certainly is.
So they were mining copper here in Burra, and the Burra mine opened or started operations in 1845. By 1850, it was the largest metal mine in Australia, so large in fact that it got the nickname the Monster Mine, and it produced 5% of the world's copper up until 1860. So production declined after 1860, and by 1867, underground mining had essentially ceased here, and at that point they had reached a mine depth of 183 metres. So from 1870 through to its closure in 1877, the mine then reverted to the revolutionary open cut mining process, and as I said, had abandoned the underground mining. So between 1845 and 1877, the mine produced a massive 50,000 tonnes of copper metal, estimated to be around £5 million back in the day, which they've done some calculation, and it's estimated to be approximately $260 million worth, and that was back in 2015, so even more today. I think that's how inflation works. So yeah, hugely profitable mine until it wasn't. I think it was the open cut mining that proved less profitable and kind of led to the demise of the mine. Interestingly, it was one of the earliest attempts at open cut mining here in Australia.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So this is Moffett's engine.
Welcome to the Morfett's Engine House. This pump was capable of pumping 144,000 gallons of water per hour. This is a scale model of the actual pump.
Oh, it's not the real one.
This is what it's made it sound like.
Pretty impressive. So we find ourselves at the powder magazine. Now no, this has nothing to do with your wife's makeup case. This is, I'm guessing, where they keep the boom boom explosives for the mine site. Kind of a long way away from everything. But fun fact, Australia's oldest mine building right here. Australia's oldest. So put that on your Guinness Book of Record.
Gosh, how lucky are we?
Tell you what, we could write our own Guinness Book with the amount of things we've seen on this trip. And oh, look at that, the key even opens. Whack it, David. Okay, that way. Whew. And there you have it.
No surprise that
no,
this...
sticks of gelignite, lots of little snake holes around, pigeon nest over there, but all in all, looks like a powder magazine. Bit different to the explosive rooms in Mulwala, where I used to work on the munitions factory, where you used to have to put your hands on two steel rods and your feet on these plates so they de-staticked you when you walked in, so you didn't zap anything. Here, it doesn't look like they have any of that set up. Just walked in.
Now Ben, I've just read, I'll have to make a little correction to your Guinness Book of Records there. This is Australia's oldest intact mine building.
Oh.
Which means there's probably one that's older.
Older buildings that aren't.
That's just a ruin.
So, yeah.
So these walls are 60 centimetres thick. I don't know why they need to be that thick.
I think if it's going to blow up, that's not going to hold it.
I know. It used to be lined, so the inside used to be lined with sheepskins to minimise the risk of ignition.
Ignition?
Explosion?
I wonder why.
So that concludes our Burra Heritage experience on our Burra Heritage Passport. We've gone to every locked historical site. There's plenty of historical sites that aren't necessarily locked, but we've gone to all of them that are locked, requiring the passport key. So Ben, what are your thoughts on the value of this experience? Remember, it was $35 per person. We're heading back to return our key and get our $50 deposit, but what do you think of the value of it?
To be honest, like each of these 11 locked sites has had a donation tin within it. I reckon used to be gold coin each of these sites, so therefore I think this should have been $10 because we visited 11 sites.
That's very harsh.
Or put some more money back into it. We paid $70 for this.
Yeah.
There's only one thing, which was this pump house, that Moffat's pump, that had money put into it. Everything else is just going into, like, they are ruins, but they're going worse and worse. Nothing's being looked after. These are just left to be, in 10 years they're going to be worse. I think they're way overcharging for the little investment that's going back in. So where's the money going? If I could see there was great signage, directional signage, amazing plaques and things like that, if everything was open and available to see, I would be happy. Good example is here at the mine site. Over half of it is locked because it's unsafe. They've got a fence over there, and the main area where you go for a 1.2 kilometre hike to check out some amazing old structures, look behind a locked gate, we can't even see it. So pretty annoyed by a few things with this. Look, cool to see a jail, cool to see some mines. There was cool things to see that are around, but $35, a bit much.
Would you recommend this experience to folks?
Don't come to this place for this experience. No. If you're passing through and you need to stop for a night, your engine blew up or something like that, go for a look on the tour. But don't make it a stop to go and do. Don't. But if you're rich and you got some time, do it.
Good morning, guys. So we are heading off from the little town of Burra here after exploring its history yesterday, and we learnt that the little town of Burra played a big role, as it's reputedly said that it saved the young South Australian colony from bankruptcy back in the day with its monster mine. So really important historical stop here in Burra. We've stayed the night here at the historic Bonaccord Hotel, which was built in 1874, so it's over 150 years old, and it was a vital staging stop along the highway back in the day, and then it benefited greatly from its location next to or close to the old railway here. The hotel offers in-house accommodation, including the beautifully restored old coach house, which we were lucky enough to get a tour through this morning by the owner. Absolutely beautiful. A whole lot of love and effort has been put into that restoration project, and they've done a phenomenal job. The hotel also offers powered and unpowered sites, so we opted for a powered site here at $35 a night as we sweated through another day during this heat wave that's taking over the country. And if you're interested in a unpowered site, they just ask that you spend a minimum of $20 in at the pub, which is super easy to do.
That's all they ask.
Small dog breeds are allowed here, and there is also laundry, toilet and shower amenities available. We can't really comment on the latter as we really didn't have a need for them this trip.
We used our own facility. We did shower. Don't think we're stinky.
Yes.
We did use our own shower.
We didn't do any laundry though.
No, that's right.
Oh, that's piling up. Thanks again for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this little historic episode, and we will catch you in the next one as we head further east.
Please press the little subscribe button somewhere here. I'll put it, and then the little like thing lets us know you're watching.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.